This is a 2006 Honda Pilot EXL, and has brand new tires, new rotors and brake pads that I changed recently. The one issue I've been having is I actually have a pig mat absorbing the power steering fluid. It started leaking from the high pressure power steering hose. Got a new one from a Honda dealer, I think from Alabama. Here in Folsom, the dealership wanted $250, and here is the OEM. I mean, such a simple thing, you know, two 10mm bolts here, and then one over here, and then a couple of them, and one, and then this needs to go to the rack and pinion. I heard this is like a really tough job. So just starting out, I am going to remove the front wheels, the driver and passenger side, and then see if I can loosen the subframe bolt to have easy access from the bottom. If that doesn't work out, I'm gonna try to go from the top, but I'm gonna try from the bottom first before I attempt to do that. So just starting now, just lifting up and secure with the jack stand. I'm not going to use the quick jack I have right below. I'm just going to use the jacks and jack stand, and then see if I can take care of it today. I'm going to use the Bauer, Harbor Freight Bauer electric impact wrench. See how quickly this takes the lug nuts. It does quick work. These were torqued to 94 foot-pounds, so this does really quick work. I'm going to remove the tires on the driver's side as well, just to make sure I have enough space to move under. You don't have to remove the tires, according to some people, but I guess at least for the passenger side you have to get to the pressure line sensor right by the passenger footwell, right behind that. So this is done. I'm going to repeat it on that side, and then I'll get the video as I start working to get those brackets off. I have removed the high pressure, the hose brackets or the holder from the bottom. Wasn't that difficult, and then I got the one from here off, and this is the one I had some pig mat just trying to hold that or catch the leaks. And this is one I did on my Odyssey, so I just used it as a temporary, just put it in place until I route the new one so dust or other things don't go in. Here's the old one. So we'll take it looks like from that point onwards all the way to there is no leak, no sign of any leak. I was thinking about maybe if I can cut it off here and then add hydraulic quick connect or something, but then I thought I have the new one, why not just do it the right way. So that's actually the final step still remaining is to get off the last bolt, or well, that's the nut that connects to the rack and pinion, but I don't know, I don't think I have enough space down from underneath, so I'm gonna have to remove the airflow sensor, the whole contraption here, and go from the top. Well, that's the next. If it's visible from here, let me go deeper, and right there, right there, right here. And it's kind of hard to focus on that. Right there, the one I've loosened that 17mm low pressure hose, the connection to the rack and pinion. And the one right next to it is the 14mm high pressure line. That's next. So that's the last one. If I get that off, I've disconnected all the other bolts, so all I have to do is just pull it out. So what I'm thinking is to just cut it off and put a socket on it. Be much easier. Well, that's what I'm going to try to do. Here's the cutting tool I'm going to use. It's a Dremel Max Life multi-purpose cutting disc, and with this flexible tool from Ven, you can try. So I'm going to go down there and try to cut the line out, and then we'll take a look. If you see, there's the disc right there, and it's cut off. It took me like 10 seconds. So now I should be able to get that thing off with the socket. Pretty cool. There we go. There's just losing focus again. There we go. So right there. Right there. There we go. That's cut in half. Okay. One more step. And then I'll be able to route the new one in, thanks to this tool, and it's just resting there right now. Now I'm underneath the car, directly below the driver's seat, and there's the cutoff line. As you can see, it's kind of hard. It's like it's stuck somewhere. That's what people have been telling about. It's so difficult to maneuver. There. Hard to put my hand on anything holding a camera. Moving on to the left. Right there. You can see here's the cutoff portion. There we go. Just have to fish it out, and then basically a look. So just need to route the new one in, start threading, and go up and finish it from the top. Tripping. We have it almost out. Out from the passenger foot now. This is how it looks, and that's the side I cut off. Believe me, that made my life a lot easier. And once I decided to go that way, that route, it took me only about 20-30 minutes to get this thing off. One on top, the new one on the bottom. Just have to transfer that bracket to this. That's the mount on top, and then it's ready to go back. Let's take a look at the new line. It's finally installed. There we go. It took me about 2 hours to get that thing threaded properly, and then a few more minutes to tighten.